Lucy and I am back with a brand new Create a Sim video. So this time we're going to be creating Dahlia Rosas and also her father, who is going to be popping up in a little bit. But Dahlia Rosas is going to be a part of my Vito Verona series, the Rags to Riches series that I'm doing on my channel. And the reason why I wanted to put her in is because I wanted to have a potential soulmate for Vito. And Dahlia Rosas is going to be a perfect match for him. In fact, they're going to have very similar traits to each other. And I think that if these two were to ever meet, they would get on so incredibly well and she would be supportive. The only downside to her would probably be her materialistic side because she's grown up in quite a wealthy household with her father being a really famous chef. So I think that for her it would be a little bit difficult to maybe go from a luxurious life to maybe living a little bit rough on the side of things, but maybe she would be okay with that because she would really enjoy Vito's company. So I think that it would work out more or less absolutely fine in the end. But what's actually going to be separating Dahlia Rosas and Vito Verona from being together, and the real problem at hand here, is actually Dahlia's father. He is the complete opposite to Dahlia. So whereas Dahlia is going to be a very good-natured sim, she's very friendly, she likes meeting people, she's outgoing, and she's just a genuinely sweet person to be around, her father is going to be the complete opposite. So he's going to be really evil, mean-spirited, jealous, just every single bad trait that I could put in there. I think I gave him. I think he didn't end up with jealous. I don't think he ended up with jealous. I'm not sure. I think he was definitely mean-spirited, evil, and something else, but we'll have to see. But I think that what he's going to do as well is he's really going to want Dahlia to meet somebody of great amounts of wealth, and that is his goal in life. And I wish that could be his aspiration, but unfortunately I couldn't have that being his aspiration because that's very specific. But I think that it will be really interesting in that way because I would imagine he would not want his daughter to meet Vito Verona. And they actually moved to the brand new area of Oasis Springs because her father is constantly worried that she's going to find a soulmate eventually, and that really panics him in the way that he feels as if stopping that means that they have to move. They have to pack up and leave everything behind. She's getting more and more annoyed with her father and she wants it to stop. And her father has been a little bit insane, a little bit crazy after Dahlia's mum passed away. And since then, I think that's made him a lot more evil. And that is why he is really horrible about the idea of Dahlia ever finding anybody, and he wants to pick for her. So his goal in life is, of course, for her to meet somebody extremely wealthy. And I might actually put an extremely wealthy sim in the game, and I don't know, maybe a little bit of a Gaston character out of Beauty and the Beast. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think that would be pretty fun to do with. And I also think that it's going to give a lot more to the storyline. I have been feeling like I need more depth in the storyline, and I think a storyline like this, like a forbidden love story or something like that, would just be so interesting to the challenge. And that's what I like on my channel. That's what I like with my Let's Plays, my challenges. I love a good storyline, and I think this is going to be it. I think it is. But I'm going to put lots and lots of different characters in. I think that I'll make these just for this week, and maybe next week I'll make some more. I do know that a lot of you do like Create a Sim videos, especially as I don't use any custom content, so these sims are for every single person to enjoy. I do get lots of comments asking where do I get my custom content from, and honestly I don't use any, it's just the game. I use a lot of packs though, so I think I use Sims 4 Get Together, Sims 4 Get to Work, different things like that. And that's how I did make these different outfits and mix these different looks together. But she's also going to be extremely fashionable, and that's what I was trying to figure out at this point. I was trying to find a really lovely balance in outfits. I was trying too many outfits on at once, and I couldn't actually pick the outfit that I wanted her in. So what I decided to do in the end was I decided to make sure that she maybe had 2 or 3 different day wears. So then it wouldn't really matter. And also it just gives something to her character. It makes her look fashionable, and that's something that a lot of my Sims characters don't have, especially in the pomegranates. I do actually like them just have one outfit because I can then think about who it is straight away and I just automatically know that person. But I think with Dahlia, I think that it would be nice if she did have lots and lots of different outfits because she is supposed to be fashionable. And I think that it does look very out of place for her to work on a farm or something. And it would be very, very difficult for her to adjust to that way of life. I was also playing around with these tops. I wanted her to look quite summery, especially because in Oasis Springs it is quite hot there. I would imagine it to be very, very hot, so I wouldn't want any jumpers or jackets there. That would look ridiculous. I don't know if anybody else has a humongous vendetta against the characters that sort of automatically appear in our Sims games. I have no idea how to turn them off, but I always end up with these pensioners that come out of nowhere and they are automatically put in my world because they're just computer generated. And they always end up with really old clothes like woolly jumpers and shorts and maybe a hat on. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I think I'll probably try to delete those, but I mean that's just completely off the point here. But I mean, in terms of Oasis Springs, I would definitely expect maybe some outfits like this. It's not that summery, I don't think. I think it's just the colours that make it feel summery to me, and that's what I really like about her. I was also experimenting with her hair, and I was thinking she could probably have it up. So I did actually leave it as you can see it now. I thought that really looked good on her, and I thought that it suited her. I thought to myself that she did look a little bit like Pocahontas' best friend. I think it's Pocahontas' best friend, I'm not sure. But I love that hairstyle that Pocahontas' best friends had, and I don't know, I liked it because it was like a pin-up do. I think that's how I remember it anyway. I am not sure. And I was just moving on and I was experimenting with the different outfits again. I thought that she looked really, really good in that top, so I think I left it. I'm not too sure though. I was then just adjusting her bodily structure, and why I was doing this is because at the back of her, she had the bone sticking out like her spinal cord, and I didn't want that for her look because I wanted her to be quite curvaceous because I think that that would really suit her character. And then I was just experimenting with her makeup. I didn't want anything too harsh, and I know that that's not the way it looks because her makeup does look a little bit harsh. It does. She's got quite heavy makeup on, but it does suit her outfit, and I think that it looks very fashionable. It doesn't look as if she's just slapped it on and it just ended up that way. It looks like she's a very fashionable person. I think that's how it looks to me anyway. So now I was just going around and I was putting on makeup throughout the outfits because I think I forgot about the eyeshadow. I do wish that the eyeshadow wasn't this intense though. I wish that we had some options that were a little bit less than this. I also really, really wish that we could adjust how much eyeshadow we could have on the eye. So I think we could do this in The Sims 3 where we could actually make it more visible or less visible. I love that idea, and I really, really wish that they would have done that with The Sims 4. I don't know why they took so many features out. It's absolutely crazy. But anyway, what I was doing is I was experimenting with outfit 3. I thought for outfit 3, she would probably have a longer outfit, and I loved her in yellow. It really, really suited her, and not many people can pull off yellow. But I think that she can, and also I like the fact that she can pull off these really fluorescent looking colours. For me personally, I don't think that I would be able to pull off really, really bright colours unless I was on holiday and I had a tan on my arms and legs. I would then feel as if I potentially could wear a brightly coloured outfit, but usually I just stick to dark colours like blacks, greys. I don't know, I like wearing a lot of greys. I just love the colour grey. When I'm wearing it, I don't know, I love it. So then what I was doing is I was picking out her formal wear. I thought yellow again. I think that I did give her a wedding outfit, but I honestly can't remember. I thought it's best to be safe than sorry. And I thought purple. I thought that would look like a really pretty colour for her. And I love the different dresses that we get. Personally, I wouldn't wear a dress like this myself. In fact, when I was trying on wedding dresses, I tried on a lot of dresses just like that. And it was actually really odd because what happened was I was trying on lots and lots of dresses that I thought that I would never ever consider. In fact, one of the women that was showing me the dresses said to me, why don't you try like a fishtail dress? And I thought that sounds horrid. And then when I tried it on, I was thinking to myself, that actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. So yeah, I ended up with something completely different to what I would usually go for, but it wasn't a fishtail, it was actually a A-list dress, A-line dress. I think that's what I went for in the end. Then what I was doing is I was onto a party wear. I thought that going for another bright colour would look really, really pretty. That is going to be her signature thing, so anything bright and happy, that is what she's going to be, and I love it, I love that. I honestly can't wait to see if she has a family, like if her storyline progresses, I would love it. I'd love her to have a family all in this like brightly coloured clothing just to match the mum. I would adore that, that would be so cute. So I really hope that that happens. Then what I was doing is I was changing her eyeshadow. I figured out that the eyeshadow that was under her eyes actually looked really good, and it looked like she was I don't know, on a cover of something, like a model cover of a magazine. I don't know, I loved it. I was also picking out her traits, so I think that she's gone for the soulmate aspiration, the good trait, the materialistic trait, and I think I went for cheerful in the end, but I can't remember. Loves outdoors was definitely a consideration. Oh, neat, that was it, because she could potentially help Vito out with the house. That would be a really cool thing actually, because I think that that would be handy. I mean, not to obviously have that being the only thing that she's going to help out with, but I think that it'd be really handy because the house is actually very messy and so is the plates outside. This was usually Rosa's though. He is going to be the father, and I was trying to make him very angry, and what I decided to do was, instead of making him from scratch, I would actually just genetically get him from her genetics, which is a really odd way round to do it. But I thought it would make a lot of sense and it would actually save a lot of time and they would look as if they were related. I was also experimenting with beards, and I think this is because when I look at Disney films, lots and lots of the baddies on the Disney films, the male baddies, all have black beards or black moustaches, and I thought that that would give something to his character, so I honestly can't remember how he ended up. I was actually trying to model him off the baddie from Aladdin and also the baddie from The Princess and the Frog, I think. I'm not sure though, I honestly can't remember. So I was thinking about that, and I thought I would stick him in a chef's outfit, and this is because I want him to constantly be reminding his daughter of how hard he's worked his whole life for her to just throw it away on some riffraff, or somebody that he considers to be riffraff, and why she should be aiming for somebody to be very, very wealthy so that she doesn't end up having to work like he did, and that is his insaneness about him. So he's going to be a snob, mean-spirited and evil, that's what I had him being. And his aspiration in life is a successful lineage, which actually makes a lot of sense. So I think it does, and being a snob, I think that that is the best thing that I could have had him as. So I was pretty happy with how they turned out. I was just finishing off their walks, and that is the end of the Create a Sim. So I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all for the Let's Play. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you all soon.